Welcome to Flashpoint Friday, a weekly series where I select one game at random from Flashpoint's archives and give it a try. And maybe, just maybe, the game might actually be good. Hello everyone, welcome back to Flashpoint Friday, and today is the 4th of July, so what better time than to play a 4th of July themed game here on the series. And this year the randomizer has given us 4th July Robert Boy Dress-Up Game. So obviously this is a dress-up game of some description, but it appears to be different from the usual fare because rather than dressing up a girl, as is usually the case, we appear to be dressing up a boy this time around. So let's see what we got to work with here. Alright, well let's start by giving the boy, I assume his name is Robert, judging by the title, some legwear. And we have Yankee Doodle playing for the musical accompaniment. And this appears to be a pretty simplistic dress-up game by the looks of things. Normally, more in-depth games of this genre would have like various menus and sub-menus to select from that allows you to more efficiently go through these selections, but it appears like the selection is pretty limited this time around. There's only like a handful, I think, by the looks of things. Yeah, there's only a handful of selections for each category, so this is going to be a pretty short episode, I think. So let's see what we could make, though, given what we have to work with. Okay. I kind of like the blue jeans. That's a very American style. And yeah, sure, why not? The stars and stripes for the shirt pattern. And oh, nice. We can make them cool. Give them sunglasses. Let's see. Limited hair options. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with this look. Yeah, that looks pretty American to me. Let me go ahead and just turn that off. The soundtrack is looping, and it appears to be kind of skipping at weird intervals and such too. So, and also it's worth noting, I did check this 9B Games link that this game was apparently hosted on back in the day, but the site is now defunct. So this appears to be the only way to play this game. But yeah, this looks pretty good. America, heck yeah. So what do? We just hit next? Okay, so we can select different backgrounds if we wanted to. Okay. Only 3 different backgrounds, and they're all fairly lackluster if I'm being honest. But this one doesn't seem quite so bad. Like the Photoshop effects or whatnot they use don't seem quite so egregious. So we'll just stick with this one. And I think we're done. I'll just go ahead and hit replay, I guess. Alright, yeah, and it just takes us straight back to the menu. So that's 4th July Robert Boy Dress-Up Game. And yeah, if I'm being perfectly honest, despite the whole America deal and such, this is a pretty lackluster affair. I wouldn't really recommend this to anyone, not even to dress-up game aficionados, outside of maybe the most die-hard dress-up game fans. And even then, they're probably only going to get a couple minutes of entertainment at most out of this. So yeah, pretty underwhelming this year for 4th of July, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes with the randomizer. So thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Flashpoint Friday. Have a happy 4th of July, and take care, everyone.